Good afternoon, Boomi fans, and welcome back to Dallas, Texas. We're here kicking off our 2 days of coverage at Boomi World 2025. My name's Savannah Peterson, delighted to be here in the cockpit of this rocket ship with Paul this week. Paul, how excited are you for our next interview?
I am incredibly excited about this. This is a lot happening at the keynote that came out. I'm ready to do this interview.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. Please welcome Steve Lucas to the show. Steve, great to have you back on, as always.
I am thrilled to be with you again.
I know, it's so fun, such a fun time. We're talking about robots, we're talking about agents, we're talking about a lot of things this morning. In your keynote, agentify everything was the theme.
Yep.
What does that really mean?
Well, look, we've entered this new era. We call it the era of AI-driven automation. It means that there is no process, there's no system, there's no business that shouldn't be injecting AI into everything. Yeah. And it really is a technology race. If we don't do this now, your business will not survive. When I say blockbuster video, we all go, oh yeah, that was the whole Netflix thing, didn't recognize the internet. Now try and multiply that times 100,000 because that's the magnitude we're talking about with AI. Yeah. So the call to action is get AI in everything now.
I love that. How are you helping customers do that? That's not an easy task. They've got a lot of data in a lot of different places. I know you're going above and beyond just integration at this point.
Yes.
And helping people enable. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, Boomi as a company, thanks to our 23,000 customers, we've radically evolved over the past 5 years. We've gone from primarily integration to adding automation capabilities. Everybody needs that. And that automation and integration capability, it spans everything, all of your data, all of your apps, all of your APIs. And last time I checked, when I think about AI, the fuel behind AI, it is data, it is information. So being able to systematically but consistently access your apps, your data and your APIs, and feed that to all of your AI efforts, that's exactly what we do. That's what our customers are doing today. Our customers have deployed 33,000 AI agents. We're talking model code in their customer base. That's today.
Exciting.
That's not tomorrow.
Right.
That's today. And we just gave our customers the ability to literally imagine and build any AI agent they want.
That's been powerful technology. Yeah, you've got some data on this, right?
The AI builder was just amazing. I think that's awesome. One of the things that kind of stood out during the keynote was I'm really excited about where you're going, right? You have the automation, the adoption, and everything that's moving forward with AI is really powerful. It's really kind of driving where organizations are moving. The question I have is, and I deal a lot with applications, is bridging the gap between old and new, right? There's a heritage environment that organizations are in, and sometimes the maturity of those organizations are just not ready yet, right? But they aspire to move forward. How is Boomi helping with them kind of accelerate their intelligent workloads from today to the next generation?
Yeah, well, I mean, the transition that you're talking about, I think it's going to be abrupt, and it's going to be jarring, right? Yeah. So this is like, turbulence ahead, buckle up. But what organizations need to do today, well, first of all, is if you have apps, data, APIs, that would be everyone, right? Then you're actually ready for an agentic transformation. You are ready for it. But what's going to happen, this transformation, we're going to go from a world of deterministic processes. That's the, if this happens, then do that.
Right.
That's been around for 50 years, and we humans, we like deterministic. If this happens, do that.
Sure.
We have gifted software the ability to change its mind. This is something we've never had in 50 years of programming, right? So now we're going to switch from deterministic processes to agentic-driven processes, which, by the way, could be great. Think about it. If I have a logistics process and my shipper can't deliver, it breaks the process. There's not enough if-then-elses you can write. But with an agent, I could have that agent look around and go, I think I could find a new shipper, make sure the customer's happy with it, and keep the process moving, and there's no disruption. So the process, it flexes, it bends, but it doesn't break. That malleability that we're gifting business and technology, that's what we're delivering. But organizations can start today by using our agent builder technology and start to integrate intelligent agents into processes. Last comment, here it is. Yeah. I kind of view this like the evolution of a self-driving car. When you first got in a self-driving car, it didn't turn left automatically. You got on the highway, it kind of kept the car in the lane, right? That was like step one. Oh, then it could stop at a stop sign. Then it could turn left across traffic. so too the self-driving enterprise will evolve. We'll have agents that keep us on the highway, but then eventually our organization will start taking left turns on its own.
I agree with you on this. Absolutely, this is where the market's going, it's where the organizations are moving. And when we look at trust, governance, and AI adoption as a factor, the lines of businesses are going to take on more responsibilities with the, building their own applications, right? And having that access to the information. I'm curious how Boomi is helping customers really take that leap into where they want to go next, because it is about enabling businesses for success. AI is no longer a focused tech stack, it is a business process, it's a business decision, and that's where I think organizations are looking to move, and governance and control is also something that needs to be in place.
Well, the governance and control, holy cow, do I have a rant on that one. But before we get there, just one quick thing. 1 year ago, when I said AI agent, everyone within earshot, they thought the same thing. Oh, I got to write code. Well, you don't have to do that today. If I can write a prompt in English, I can build AI agents. Yeah. So the hundreds of thousands, millions of jobs that are going to be created is, well, I don't have to write code anymore. But if I'm an accountant in finance, I can create agents using my specific line of business knowledge, right?
Yep, your lexicon, your NLP.
That's right. Yeah. So I don't know if it's vibe coding, because I don't think we're really coding, but I think we're empowering humans that have very specific skills to now create agents. So you'll see agent curators, the resurgence of prompt engineering. There's going to be all kinds of things that come back into the enterprise. Now, just because we can create agents doesn't mean we should trust them yet.
Right.
That governance point, that is the point, right? Change is only going to happen at the speed of trust. If we trust AI, then we'll embrace it, we'll engage it. So we've launched what we call an AI agent control tower, much like the control tower at an airport.
Yep.
You got a radar, you know where all the planes are, you're watching if one's kind of veering off schedule and you're saying, nope, got to come back, Delta 101 or whatever that is. And so much like that control tower scenario, our agent control tower will allow you, me, to sit, watch all the AI in my organization and make sure it stays on track.
And make sure it's as efficient as possible. Coming back to that car analogy you brought up, the self-driving car, I believe you're a McLaren fan, if I'm not mistaken.
I am, yeah.
Yes. So how are you empowering your community to trust you as the co-pilot in the cockpit with them in the car here to move at McLaren speed versus horse and buggy speed?
Well, that's where we want to move McLaren speed. We like that. But it is a bit of a crawl, walk, run. So I think the crawl is, do you have the entire Boomi platform that lets you get your arm around all your apps, your databases, and your APIs, right? That to me is a step one. But then step two is, as you get your arms around those things, look for the low-hanging fruit. Where can I put an agent in play like that logistics scenario, right? That's not life-changing for an organization, but it does give you the ability. Now you're kind of keeping the car on the highway autonomously. All right. But now as we start to do things like stop at a stoplight, turn left, and let the car drive. So again, it's building the self-driving enterprise. Start to define the different layers of control that you want to give to AI over time. But with Boomi, you can build all the agents you need. You can integrate them into all the processes you have. And this is not future state. This is now.
Yes,
absolutely is now. I got a question for you personally, because I know you're all about putting the human in the element here. It's what your book's about. Yes. This is a very human-forward conference. What are you personally, as an individual, we'll call it weekend, Steve, what are you most excited about in our AI future?
Well, there's a lot. I mean, first of all, this is a very personal topic for me. Not everybody knows this, but so I'm type 1 diabetic. I was born that way, and those are the cards, that's the hand I was dealt. My life has profoundly changed thanks to algorithms. Just 10 short years ago, I would have to draw insulin out of a vial and guess. That's pretty scary.
Terrifying.
Terrifying.
That's your life.
You're guessing.
On the line.
But now, so I wear a sensor on this side, and the sensor reads my blood sugar in real time, sends that data to my phone. On this side, I have a pump, insulin pump that I stick in. And then, so my phone then figures it out, uses an algorithm, and tells my pump what to do. I'm involved, the human in the loop, only when I want to be. my life has profoundly changed.
Your stress and anxiety must be reduced significantly.
Well, because, and it's kind of funny, because day one you're like, I don't know if I want my phone doing this.
Right.
But
what if there's a firmware update in the middle of the night? You know,
exactly.
yeah.
But I am so profoundly better thanks to technology and AI and algorithms. And so I've learned that something that I didn't trust initially has saved my life. And so when I think about that, and I think about the trust issues that we're naturally going to have with AI, the human element of it, we're going to find our future is going to be truly amazing. And the book, Digital Impact, is literally about that. It's, let's not worry so much about the jobs that we lose. Let's worry about the things we gain. We're going to gain health and happiness, longer lives, better care for people. That's what the book is about.
And that's what gets us excited as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great story. I love to hear that kind of real world example of how to use that.
It makes so much sense that you're passionate in this space as an executive.
So a question, I guess, is where's Boomi going? What's the platform and where's the roadmap going? Have to ask those questions.
Well, I see what's coming.
Tell us.
I can see it a mile away. Look, first of all, we're not going to go back.
Right, oh no.
We're not going back, right?
No.
I like having a little tiny box that I can talk to, and it just knows everything. I like that. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, pick a thing, right? I like that. What I want it to do is start to take care of some of that uninteresting, soul-crushing, productivity-reducing work that I'm not interested in. The go approve an expense report that I'm not really super interested in looking at, right? And the long list of those things goes on and on. So our world's going to change. Yeah. We're going to talk to AI, it's going to understand our jobs, and it's going to go do work for us that we're uninterested in doing. Why? So that we can focus on the things we are interested in doing, so we can be creative, which is what humans are best at doing, is be those creators, those imaginers, and those dreamers. So actually, I think everything changes, and it changes right now. Now, I will say, Anthropic and OpenAI and all of them, look, they know this too. They're playing to that end game. They want us using AI for everything.
Yeah.
So that's why I say toothpaste out of the tube.
Yeah.
It's out of the tube.
It is.
But that being said, I think that this is the beginning of the transformation of everything we know software to be.
Yeah. All right, last question for you. When we're hanging out next year, because this is a tradition, obviously, us sitting on the news.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
When we're here this time next year, what do you hope to be able to say then that you can't yet say today?
I think that our customers alone will have built and deployed millions of AI agents, not thousands, not 33,000, but millions.
Wow.
I think that they will bring us to a point where AI is our first go-to solution for every business problem we solve. Now, where this goes is, instead of us as humans thinking about, well, you know, I got to run a promo, or our expenses came in a little hot, where could we go cut some expenses? And we run around and we got spreadsheets and all that. I think that future is gone. I think that world is bygone. What's going to happen is we will have swarms of AI agents that we can express our intent to. Like, I need to run a sales promo, and we will have the technology to figure out which agents can help me and direct those agents to go solve a problem. We're not messing with spreadsheets anymore. This is like bye-bye Kansas stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're that far away.
Well, Steve, I can't wait to keep telling this story. I look forward to discussing all of the impact and the case studies from those millions of agents that you will have helped your customers deploy next year. Thank you so much for spending time with us on such a busy week.
Well, thank you. This is terrific. Love it. Can't wait for next year.
Be great.
We're looking forward to it as well. And thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Savannah.
And thank all of you for tuning in. I hope you're feeling as inspired as we are after this conversation and thinking about all the ways that AI might make your life a little bit better. We're here at Boomi World 2025 in Dallas, Texas. My name's Savannah Peterson. You're watching theCUBE, the leading source for enterprise tech news.